Hey there, how's it going? Today is Saturday, June 22nd. About 98 degrees Fahrenheit. It is hot. This is Covelo Road, the area where I was raised, the Eel River down there, where we would go swimming when I was a kid with the family, friends, etc. About a 30-minute or so drive north of the town of Willits, where I was raised. So, I am, okay, disappointed. That isn't what I was going to say, but I saw this road going down and thought that it might have been river access gate down there. This is not somewhere to be trespassing. Quite different from, Greek islands, abandoned stone buildings, etc. So that kind of puts a cramp on both the swim that I was looking forward to, as well as continuing this video. I didn't want to do it on the road. I was going to, get down there and explore around. The train tracks are down there. I can't actually see the river at the moment, but I could previously as I was driving up the road at various points. So I am going to get back to the Honda CR-V there, which has been trusty so far, getting me down here from Portland, Oregon, where I flew into a few days ago. So I'm going to start driving back towards Willits and find a better spot to finish this video, as well as maybe take a swim. Okay, so this is looking a little bit adventurous between the lack of a trail, possibility of rattlesnakes, and poison oak right there, which I have never gotten, but don't want to experience it for the first time. So let's see how this goes. We have a missing person sign here. John Davis, age 48, missing since October 24th, 2021. He was parked at the 8 Mile Bridge on Highway 162. He walked up with his son 3 miles to camp and woke up to water rising into their camp on the south side of the river. The water was too high for them to cross, so his son went to the car that morning, and the last time he saw Johnny, he was heading up the hill. Wow, sad story there. Native American, Karuk and Yurok. Okay, so the train tracks right there, and the river should be right beyond it. I could see it from the road, and it looks just glorious, but not easy to get down there. Okay, so I wanted to catch you guys up with the travels since my last video that I posted, filmed in the Bavarian Alps of southern Germany. That was, I don't know, a week ago, 10 days, something like that. So, from there, Anna and I traveled through Germany. We stopped in Augsburg, little town that I hadn't heard about, but there was a train connection there, and then caught a train to Frankfurt, stayed there for the night, and then trains were crazy expensive. We got a good deal on the train going to Frankfurt for some reason, but then it was going to be insanely expensive getting from there to Brussels, Belgium. So we caught a Flixbus for very cheap, I think like 28 bucks each. Stayed 2 nights in Brussels, and then took a train to Amsterdam, Netherlands, and we stayed there just 1 night, and then the next day, both Anna and I flew out to different destinations. So Oh, there's the river. Looking very nice. Keeping my eyes and ears open for rattlesnakes. So, Anna had booked a flight from Madrid, Spain to Mexico, where she is going to visit family. And then the original plan was that I was going to fly out of there as well. But then checking flights, I found a much better flight out of Amsterdam. So we decided to part ways there. And then she had a flight booked from Amsterdam to Madrid, was there for a couple of days, and then she flew back to Mexico just a couple of days ago. And then I caught a flight from Amsterdam to Toronto, a 3-hour layover, and then another flight from there direct to Portland. Oh man, this is not looking good at all for getting in the water. What a shame. It is looking so refreshing. I mean, I could, get through that grass and get down there, but then it looks like it isn't going to be much fun actually figuring out how to get in the water. I wasn't super attached to swimming anyway, so I think that I'm just going to abandon that plan and just keep on going on my way to visit family in Ukiah, just south of the town of Willits I mentioned, where I was raised. So I will just finish up this video as I walk back up to the car. So I landed in Portland about 10:30 at night, and then went to my friend Sterling's house. She lives in Portland now, and stayed there for 2 nights. Met her boyfriend, new boyfriend, really nice guy. We all went out to dinner and then breakfast the next day, and then said goodbye to them. Oh, so I should mention, the day after landing in Portland, then I picked up my car from Norm. Thanks a lot, Norm, who allowed me to park my car at his house for the past 2 months while I was gone. A viewer of mine who I'd made another video before that trip saying that I needed a place to park my car. So that helped me out a lot there. So picked up the car and then left Portland, driving south. So that was yesterday. And so I just cruised on south. Oh, great. I'm already sort of lost because there is way more poison oak right here than where I came down. The road is right there, but I want to go up the same way because there was less of the poison oak. So let's try to find it here. I guess I went a little bit further along the train tracks, but it wasn't all that far. Hey. So yesterday I made my way south down Interstate 5 and then Highway 199. Is this it? I see footprints. Over to Highway 101. Man, tons of poison oak in here. Hey. This doesn't quite seem like it either. I'll just make sure to take a shower when I get to my mom's house and wash it off. So, made it to Eureka, California last night near Arcata, where I graduated from high school. I think that this is where I got down. Did I just say high school? I didn't mean high school. Where I graduated from university in 2002 with a BA in world religions. So, I wanted to give a little idea of the plans going forward as far as the channel and the travels. So everything is kind of set up for the next week about. I will be visiting family both in Ukiah and my aunt in Santa Rosa for the next few days. Then I have my dental appointment. It is a crown in which I have to get it cut out of there, and then they put on a temporary, and then I have to come back 3 weeks later. Oh man, to get the permanent. Okay, this was the spot. And so that means that I will have a break of about 3 to 4 weeks between the dental appointments to do something or other. And likely one of the things that I'm going to do is go to the Rainbow Gathering. That is the main original U.S. National Rainbow Gathering. There are many rainbow gatherings around the world now, smaller ones, and the bigger, there's like a world gathering, and then the U.S. National is the biggest one. And I have been to 13 rainbow gatherings in the past since 1993, my first one in Oregon. But I haven't been since 2014 in Utah. I made a video about that, and I will put the link down below to that if you want to check it out and see what a rainbow gathering is all about. It is a basically hippie alternative festival gathering, not a typical music festival with stages playing music, but more of a social gathering with more casual music, guitars around campfires, drum circles, etc. And then kitchens making food throughout the forest. It is way up in the woods. Each time that it is held, it is always away from the roads. You park the cars and then have to hike in to the gathering site. It is free donation basis. People bring supplies, food, etc., and then people who attend donate whatever they can afford to make it happen. Really amazing experience. And so it will be nice to revisit after a decade since the last one. So I'm not like 100% certain that I'm going, but I think that I will most likely go check it out. So that is up near Susanville in northeastern California. And it is basically starting right now. Like, you could head out there now. The directions are posted, but the official start date is July 1st, going to July 7th. So I will likely try to head there around the end of June. And then after that, then the plans are very undetermined, but basically I want to do, some camping, hiking, swimming, road tripping around California and Oregon, possibly some wilderness backpacking, remote wilderness backpacking. And then I will have those dental appointments. I actually have like the one for the crown and then a couple other ones around the same time, end of July. And so after that, then I will be thinking about what to do in August, but likely doing more camping and stuff. Then, depending on various things, like the forest fires and how hot it is, it's going to be hot. And so we'll see. But also considering like going to Hawaii, doing another, fairly short 1 to 2 week trip to Hawaii, and a couple other possible ideas. Maybe go to Canada, maybe go to Japan, go to southern Japan this time, and we'll see what else. So things are very flexible, very open. Just going to take it a day at a time, depending on what I actually feel like doing and the various opportunities that arise. So probably the videos will be random, a bit scattered over the next, month, maybe 2 months or so, depending on what I'm doing, finding the time to edit, Wi-Fi access, etc. I very well could be just away from internet for various lengths of time, which is part of the idea, is just to kind of, take a little break from the non-stop daily vlogging and internet news, all of that kind of stuff, and try to get into nature. So that is the basic plan. And then fall travels very well could be, maybe more interesting, but maybe returning to some places I've been to before. We'll see. I really have no idea what's going to happen in the fall. So that is the general situation for now. We'll see you know, what happens next, where I decide to post from next, but probably I'll put another video or two out there before I get to the rainbow gathering. We shall see. That's it for now. Have a good one. Safe travels. Stay cool. So I got something wrong there. It wasn't yesterday that I left Portland. I totally forgot. I left Portland and then drove to my friend Eric's house, who lives in Salem, and that is where I used to park my car for the past 4 years since I got this car, while I was gone on my various extended trips. But he is moving and needs access to his garage, and that is where my car was parked previously, right in front of his garage. So that's why I couldn't park it there, and I had to find somewhere else to park a car here. So thought that I would mention, speaking of cars, then after the car is sitting like that for several months, it was 2 months in this case, then I like to take it in for an oil change. Also to have the fluids checked, and just to make sure there isn't anything standing out as being wrong there. And so I took the car to an oil change place, and they noticed that there was coolant splattering around on the engine, and that is not a good sign. So I was like, oh man, another radiator to replace? Because I've replaced the radiator twice in this since I got it 4 years ago. The last time just over a year ago. And so that was weird. It was put in by the Honda dealership. So to have the radiator crack again just a year later was sounding like bad luck, as well as going to be very costly. So I tried to take it to the dealer the next day, but they didn't have any appointments available until next week. And then there was a mechanic down the road who said, bring it by, you can drop it off this morning, and we'll see if we get the chance to take a look at it. Fortunately, he was able to take a look at it very quickly and determined that it was just the radiator cap. Nothing wrong with the radiator, just something wrong with the radiator cap. So he replaced that. It cost $100. The radiator cap was only $23, $77 in labor there. Now, if I'd known that was the problem, could have saved $77, but it was worth it because, first of all, he was able to diagnose the problem. I just wouldn't have been able to figure that out, that, oh, it's just the radiator cap. And then also he was able to do a pressure test on the radiator and determine that indeed that was the problem, and there were no cracks, there was, you know, nothing else wrong, no loose hoses or anything else. When you do the pressure test, then you can see if, you know, air or fluid is escaping somewhere. So $100 and well worth it, a lot cheaper than having to get a new radiator. And then from there, I left Eric's house in Salem yesterday and made it down to Eureka. Okay, heading back to Ukiah.